The coolest thing about Yu-Gi-Oh right now is that while there are some obvious decks that are pretty good, there are some strategies that are really underrated. These strategies can easily take on some of the meta decks with good success. You could say that these decks can be considered competitive in their own right, and under the correct innovative players, these decks can dominate the competition. Now, what kind of person would I be if I withheld this kind of information, preventing you from having an enjoyable Yu-Gi-Oh experience? I'm TheCaliEffect, and if you guys want to see more videos like this, then make sure you destroy that subscribe button. But also, be sure to hit that notification bell because, well, we just too strong. Also, be sure to spread the love and comment down below in the comment section which strategies do you think are underrated. I won't be able to mention every single one in this video, so it helps the players that are looking for options. Without further ado, let's jump on in. Okay guys, so before we start talking about these awesome strategies, we have to figure out what exactly is the meta. Currently, the best decks of the format is Madolche and Adamantipator. You can also throw in some decks that consistently top, like Rockets and Solomon Great. Those are 4 insanely powerful decks. If you were to ask me, Rockets and Solomon Great would definitely be on this list. We actually even have a live duel with Rockets versus Solomon Great in the YCS Summer Cup. Beside that, we are going to move past those 4 strategies, moving towards some of the underrated strategies, and I have to talk to you guys about my boys, Cyber Dragon. Now, Cyber Dragon is an amazing going second deck. If your opponent does leave a wide opening, they get OTK, putting over 8,000 damage on the board. Don't sleep on Cyber Dragon in that regard. But the cool thing that I like about Cyber Dragon is that it's no longer just a going second deck. This strategy can make true king of all calamities paired with a Cyber Dragon Infinity to be able to negate a card effect that would stop the calamities, and of course to be able to negate all monsters on the field and in your opponent's hand with the declared attribute. This is particularly well against decks like Rocket, Dragon Link, and Adamantipator, and since Madolche wants to play that slow grind, Cyber Dragons are more like, nah, we're just gonna go ahead and attack for game. Coming in hot after my Cyber Dragon boys has to be a strategy that I just did a deck profile on. Generators are amazing. The Omni Negate Monster and Hard Generator Boss of Storms allows you to negate anything on the field. And it also has an amazing ability to force your opponent to send monsters from their hand or the field to the graveyard. The generator strategy plays an amazing grind game because when your opponent decides to add cards from their main deck to their hand or just enter their turn, you can summon a huge generator monster from your deck to your side of the field and get as many tokens as you wish. This deck also has access to the amazing rank 9 monster in True King of All Calamities, a card that is still really good against synchro enabler decks like Adamantipator and again the Rocket strategy. Between a combo build, a synchro build, or if you want to play a control variant, the generator strategy will always generate a strategy to be a boss of a deck. Yeah, I'm not proud of myself for that one either. I know you guys may be seeing a current trend. Decks that can use True King of All Calamities are seen as strategies that can compete with the meta. Thunder Dragon is a strategy that can use True King of All Calamities and can also still play the Dragon Link variant, but that isn't the deck's biggest strength. One of the strategy's biggest strengths is Thunder Dragon Titan, a monster that virtually cannot be destroyed as long as you have cards in the graveyard, and every time you activate a Thunder monster effect in hand, you get to destroy a card on the field. You're reading that right, it's not once per turn. So as long as you can activate Thunder monsters from your hand, you can continue to destroy cards on your opponent's side of the field. The strategy's next biggest strength is that it is incredible at link summoning. It can make all the way up to Apollos the Bow Goddess, which provides up to 4 disruptions on your side of the field, all the way down to the simpler links like Nightmare Unicorn and Nightmare Phoenix for spot removal. This is another strategy that I do have a deck profile on, so if you guys want to check out a competitive Thunder Dragon deck, then boop, right there. I do feel that if you pick Thunder Dragons up, you will face some challenges down the road, But what kind of player would you be if you didn't accept the challenges and then beat your opponent with one of the more complicated and sophisticated decks? Now, a trap-based strategy that is lost under the rug, no, it isn't Altergeist. That's crazy, right? Is Subterror. Subterror is that flip effect deck that everyone loves. I mean, who doesn't love being stymied by a ton of trap cards, being pissed off, eventually flipping the table, and then getting banned from your local shop? Subterror Guru is the main man of the strategy, allowing you to search a Subterror card every time he's flipped face up. He searches a searchable hand trap, which is an Omni Negation and Subterror Fiendus, and you keep that combo going until your opponent is out of resources. And just when your opponent thought they'd be able to attack over your Subterror Guru, you have Subterror Final Battle, which can double the stats of your Guru, meaning that he is a huge boy. Besides your main staples, you play a plethora of trap cards to deny your opponent access and to be able to play into the grind. Subterror is a strategy that I feel you guys should be looking for if you're on a budget or if you're just trying to flip the meta upside down. I mean, because the big helmet play is to play Altergeist, but Subterrors are big helmet too, so why aren't you playing? Now, if you were ever in a sour situation, Madolche will always make situations sweet. It is a strategy that is based on treats. Well, there's no trick to this strategy, as every single one of your Madolche monsters, instead of being sent to the graveyard, are shuffled to your deck. This strategy plays so well, its spell and trap cards actually get involved with your monster effects, rewarding you every single time a Madolche monster is shuffled into the deck. They also have a huge boss monster in Madolche Queen Tiramisu, which is non-targeting and allows you to choose the 2 threats at resolution. Not to mention that even if Madolche isn't a control strategy, that has 1 and 2 card combos to put over 8,000 damage onto the board. Do you like losing all your life points? I don't, but I like taking away all my opponents. So Madolche is an obvious choice for the players that want the cake. I think we should provide a treat for you guys. There is a Madolche deck profile available for players that want to check out the strategy. Now, a powerful strategy from hell is the Burning Abyss strategy. This strategy has been 6 years running as a meme. Like, this deck is so old, it was out before memes and then became a meme and now is the meme. Yeah, that's crazy. We lived in a world without memes. That's weird. Burning Abyss has reincarnated itself yet again into another strategy. Plot twist, it's actually the same strategy it originally was. This time using all of the trap cards in your arsenal to be able to stop your opponent at critical junctures, and then damn Dante back at it again, sending cards from your deck to the graveyard to be able to recur themselves and also swinging for some heavy damage. Now, we all know it's about Dante's Inferno, but Beatrice the Eternal Lady is the real star of the show, being able to send those Burning Abyss monsters like Farfoot to the graveyard to provide instant spot removal, but also being able to fetch Dante Pilgrim, which is technically the end of the story, allows you to stay alive in those later grind games and stay afloat. Players like to say, I set up this amazing 5 disruption board. And that's cool and all that you did it while avoiding Nibiru. As a Burning Abyss player, we're just gonna set 5 trap cards and say that that's our 5 disruptions. Now, isn't that toxic? Now, the last strategy is another amazing strategy. And if you've been sleeping on this strategy, I might forgive you. There's no forgiving for this strategy, it's good. Mech Knight has the potential to be the best deck of the format. We're in a grind format where players love to set columns. Mech Knight is that strategy that not only does not care about whatever negates you make, it loves when you set up cards in the same column. Mech Knight is an amazing deck when going second, but make no mistake, Mech Knight is also monstrous going first. In a 2-card combo that doesn't really involve you playing anything different, Mech Knights can rip your entire hand and extra deck and send it all to the graveyard. Like, who really needs to play Yu-Gi-Oh when you don't have to play Yu-Gi-Oh? Mech Knight to help you with that. Mech Knight is a strategy that's built for the long game. It's built off of building resources off of your opponent making resources. So it's always a strategy that will be in contention, especially in formats where we go to a grind. Well, that's pretty much all of the strategies that I have for today. There are some other amazing strategies that just completely went over my head. I'm gonna need you guys' help to post down below in the comment section. I also actively avoided dinos because everyone knows dinos are tier 0, so there's no need to talk about that. Also, if you guys want to check out some other awesome videos, be sure to click on one of those vids right there. Seriously, click on one of those vids right there. It does things. I hope you guys are staying safe in this time of need, and I'll catch you on the next video.